Hi guys, welcome back to the Distillery for another attempt at beating Udina. So we've done one round of missions so far and been fairly unsuccessful. I think we did like 3, maybe 4 battles and we lost all of them. We've adjusted decks slightly. I've played around with it more. I think I've got a fairly solid deck. I just need to get it fine-tuned and probably get a little bit of luck with the cards that Udina draws as well. So we're just going to go with it, we're going to see what happens and hopefully we can rock it. So Udina, after I think it was turn 4, turns all of our characters into annoying gnats. So we don't want to deploy too much to start with. We've also got these forbidden libraries that are here, which are giving us 2 Faeria each, but also doing 2 damage per turn each. So that's not great. We need to clear them. We've got these fire bombs and equivalents in order to be able to help do that. I'm going to leave that for the moment. Realistically, we need to try and take out the enemy as quickly as we can, but at the same point not deploy too much and not to take too much damage. So I'm going to drop a mountain straight away and get the axe grinder out. That way we can start harvesting some Faeria. Fairly standard start for these guys. What I'd like to do now potentially is get rid of one of these with a flame burst, but first of all, it's a shame I can't really do both. Okay, it'd be great if I could deploy the Triton Banquet on this guy, because then we could jump over and deploy a tile down here, but obviously we can't do both. So I'm going to have to do that, move this guy over here so we get the extra points, flame burst one of these. That kind of, steadies the ship a little bit. As I say, I don't really want to have to do too much more than this in terms of throwing out characters, because in like another turn or 2 we're going to lose them to be gnats. Jump Haste Ninja Toad, going for the extra Faeria points. This guy's dangerous. As soon as he gets up to high damage we're in a lot of trouble. That's not too bad. Could do with getting rid of this now though, because we're down to 10 health. Got decent Faeria out there though. So yeah, we'll get rid of this one. We'll throw down, thinking actually maybe if we do this, then we're in close. We can drop down this fire elemental, allowing us to throw down a fire tile here. We will lose both of these guys, but we can move them out of the way, hopefully. We could use Cypher's Wrath on this one. Might as well. And that's probably about it. I suppose we could use the Fire Bomb on this guy, make sure he doesn't get buffed. Yeah, and leave it there. There we go, change into the gnats. Standard approach from Udina. That's a shame. Didn't really want to have to take that one. We didn't really want that one over there either. Okay, underground boss. So, if we can, first of all we need to get rid of these guys as soon as we can. Otherwise we'll be in trouble. If we throw out the underground boss and with a Gift of Steel, it'd be a 6/5, would survive that one. Would survive that one, it'd only be the water elemental coming back, which would really cause us problem. We could throw out the axe grinder here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's too much. So, yeah, well we'll get the tile out, I think, initially, because we're going to want it there. We'll throw out the underground boss, we'll give it Gift of Steel, and that's kind of it for that turn. Hopefully we can get these gnats out of the way. I mean, we could jump over here and take that one out and it does another 2 damage on us. Then we're in this is a big concern. These are all massive concerns now. Cypher's Wrath's not really going to do us enough. can move these guys here, and it kind of stops them deploying too much around us and causing us lots of trouble. But at the end of the day, I think we're gonna lose again because we haven't been able to clear these. Possibly got too aggressive. Yeah, two Cephas Wraths. Still can't take any of them out, so that's going to be game over again. I mean, so we're a bit closer. The theory sort of worked to a point, but we need to kind of manage the enemies a little bit better, stop them getting the extra Faeria so they can drop down more characters sooner rather than later. Fire Elemental's good, Grim Guard's alright. Might swap out the Grim Guard, keep the Firebomb just in case, because ideally we need to be able to take one of these guys out. Okay, Healing Song, that's good. Throw this down and throw this down, this one here, over to here. Might hold off from deploying another one yet, we might be able to get in close. I'll hold off from taking one of these out as well. See if we can get some extra Faeria points, because the extra sort of 4 that we'll get is pretty useful, not gonna lie. Standard 3 formation start for them. There's that. Now we need to get rid of one for sure, in order for it to remain manageable. If we can throw down these here. We can use a Healing Song. That'll get us some more cards in our deck and heal us up a little bit. Triton Banquet, that's decent to have. Potentially on our next turn we could jump over there and do some damage. We could risk firebombing this guy straight away, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. I think we've got to be bold a little bit, anyway. Keeping him on 5 Faeria helps, going to stop him deploying anything too big. Obviously, picked up a little extra Faeria there. And he's going to get all 3 from that one. Don't know what we'd have liked to have drawn. We can't jump, can we, if we do that? But if we deployed that there, we can throw out the Triton Banquet onto this guy, jump him over here, do that, lose him, and then potentially have no nuts. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go, there's the nuts. No nuts, so that's quite cool. Hate that guy. That's good, so we've got a firebomb. We can deploy one of these here, throw out the, where are you, axe grinder. Gives him a nice buff to start with. If we can get this guy out, that'd be good, because he's going to gain another buff. Don't really have a good spot for it though. I'm gonna keep doing that. I mean, we've got a little while still before we're going to lose all of our life, and we've got a chance of pulling out a Healing Song again and a few more of those fire bombs and stuff. So it might be a good thing to kind of keep him from picking up more Faeria. If I can get out this guy. decisions. We'll do that. We'll get this guy out, because then he'll help us get some more Faeria again. Frogify in this one. Yeah, okay. Not great, but it does mean I can get in here and pick up lots of Faeria, which is good. Got another axe grinder which we can deploy here and get that buff again. In a fairly solid attacking position now. All we just need to do is get rid of this forbidden library and stay on top of it. Ideally want to be able to get another mountain tile down up there as well. What should I do? I might draw a card. I'll draw. See, Cypher's Wrath, that's reasonable. Can't use it on this still, but Frogify, it's okay. There's another axe grinder. All the Faeria in the world. There's our flame burst. Get rid of that straight away. Do that. Throw this down. Jump. Should we start going in for an attack? We could give this guy a buff. He'd get a +3 on, so he still does 5 damage, which is reasonable. And get a Should'em Brute there. Move this one over here. I want to get the Faeria points, so I'll move that one over there. Axe grinder there, and I might drop a Grim Guard. It's probably not necessarily worth it at this stage, to be fair. Hold on to our Faeria points just in case. I mean, he's only got one tile to deploy on at the minute, but just kind of good. So move this guy in there, this guy in here, get some attacks. Move this one over here so we can get some extra Faeria points. Then I guess I might as well kind of throw one of these down here, just because. What are we doing for cards? We've got 11. I'll draw another card. Just puts us in a strong position in terms of options. Okay, so now he's going in for an attack. Wave Crush Colossus doesn't bother me too much. We can drop a Grim Guard and prevents him from doing anything. All the Faerias in the world are ours. Do that. Do 2. We can't do enough damage to this guy to finish it off, I don't think. Give a creature +1/+1 and jump. Remove this guy over, we'd get 3 off. We might be able to do it. Let's give it a go. Boom. My maths was correct and we won. Get in. Udina is dead. That was challenge. That was a challenge. But we rocked it. Udina is defeated. Another god down. Brings us on to a survival one next. So look out for the next episode of Faeria World Bosses, where we will take on the survival round. The Glass Jungle. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the episode, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on Twitter. The link will be down below. And yeah, tune in for the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.